we wanted to watch the video without trying to like talk over them, and we had a few comments, but you know, it was hard to get in because MatPat, the Game Theorists, they're really good at speaking nonstop and like editing and whatnot. They're very good at being efficient.
Hi everyone, today we're gonna be reacting to Game Theory, the Minecraft Warden, something like that.
Gordon Ramsay. The Minecraft Warden.
The Minecraft Gordon Ramsay.
You didn't read the other half.
Solved
with Dream. Yeah. So made by the Game Theorists. But before we continue, if you hit the big subscribe button beneath this video, you're going to be getting 2 videos every single day. But if you're already subscribed to us, please check and see if you're still subbed to us, because YouTube sometimes works its magic and unsubs you. Also, if you give this video a great big like, you're going to be giving this great deal to even more people. We love you guys lots, and we hope you guys enjoy the video.
Oh my god. I was gonna say that I'm waiting for this. Not for this, but this
where is he?
Update.
Wait, where is he?
Internet, welcome to Game Theorists, a show that just keeps picking away at the hidden lore of Minecraft. Because let's face it, Minecraft isn't one of those games that explicitly tells you what's going on. Instead, it implies its lore through world design, spawn behavior, sound effects, and character appearances, all for investigators like us to uncover. A perfect example of this implicit lore came during Minecraft Live's reveal of the game's upcoming Caves and Cliffs update. The team introduced us to the newest and most interesting
we reacted to that, by the way. I'm gonna put it up here.
What did we just see?
They don't outright tell us what's going on with the Warden, but you only need to take one look at its chest and the souls that are trapped inside to tell that there's a story behind this guy. Ordinarily, I'd wait until the Warden was actually in the game so we could get the full picture of what its behavior and spawn conditions are like before we begin theorizing, but we've already got ourselves a ton of information to work with here.
I knew there was something though, just didn't know the souls.
The green texture of its skin is practically identical to the material used for end portal blocks. This mob is practically begging for a theory.
So you could say it's sort of an unsolved mystery.
You could.
There he is. Dream.
Why is there a big neon green block creature in my video?
I'm Dream. I'm a Minecraft speedrunner, and I love talking about unsolved mysteries of Minecraft from time to time. I was actually just running away from some hunters, and I wound up in the wrong seed. And don't knock the green. I've seen your thumbnails.
You're a Minecraft speedrunner. Sure. Early 2008 memes called, they want their stick boys back.
Says the guy who is literally a dancing cardboard cutout.
Touche. So, should we just end this awkward justification of why we're collaborating and just start talking about the Wardens?
That's probably a good idea. Let's end the cringe.
When you're here, the cringe never ends. I just simultaneously whipped a nade! Thanks, editors, like I said. So, even though the Caves and Cliffs update adding the Wardens to the game isn't expected to come out until summer of 2021, almost a year from now, we already know a lot about these guys. For starters, this new Warden mob was introduced alongside another new feature coming to the cave biome, the Skulk.
The sensor.
I'm so excited for that.
That appears in deep caves. As demonstrated in the gameplay reveal, the Skulk's most interesting feature is that it can sense sounds. According to what we've been told, the Skulk can detect footsteps, projectiles, and blocks being placed. And wool, which is presumably soft enough to insulate any vibrations, can prevent it from reacting.
This actually gives us a behavioral connection between the Skulk and the Warden. The Warden is blind, meaning that it senses players by reacting to things.
I love
sound,
Teacher Dream.
Vibration, just like the Skulk does. Add that to the fact that the Warden and Skulk are found together in caves and share a very similar visual design, and it feels like the Warden might be some sort of naturally occurring creature. Maybe something that grew out of the Skulk, or maybe the Skulk evolved?
Possibly, but I wouldn't be so quick to jump to that
conclusion. Why you haven't answered our question
or
message?
Are part of the same species. Developer Brandon Pierce said this.
That's
quote,
right.
They're made of the same stuff at the very least.
Teacher Dream.
That seems like a highly
You answer questions, but you don't answer our DMs. What's up?
Or is he implying that the Warden is perhaps a creature that was made through more artificial means? Perhaps by an ancient race of builders who had harvested Skulk and found a way to use it in their contraptions.
And there are the ancient builders.
I actually don't think I'm overanalyzing this. Viewers of this channel know that we've gathered a lot of evidence over the last year that there was
you can kill them with lava.
Civilization of builders
That's all.
In this game.
Bye-bye.
A civilization that built temples and mines long ago and then was forced to abandon them all for some unknown reason. So we have a good idea that they existed. And going back to the design detail that immediately caught my eye about the Wardens, you look at the Warden's chest and find that where you'd expect to see a beating heart, you instead see uncaged souls. Souls, plural. I don't know of many natural creatures that are born with multiple souls. It's highly suggestive of an origin that involves being created somehow.
That's
by
true.
creators who are perhaps harnessing souls as an energy source. And in case you think that I'm extrapolating too much from that little visual detail, it was once again confirmed by Minecraft gameplay developer Brandon Pierce, who, when asked about the Warden's blue chest patch on Twitter, responded with, quote, "I can't confirm anything, but it definitely sounds like a heartbeat, and the texture is definitely reminiscent of souls." And in case you missed it when we talked about it earlier on this channel, this year's Minecraft dungeon game basically confirmed that certain items in the Minecraft franchise are built with literal souls that are being used as an energy source. Or, as the official Twitter account put it, quote, "A true adventurer puts their soul into everything they do, and the truest adventurers put other people's souls in it too." In that episode, we concluded that the Vex that evokers create are comprised of souls, and that opens the door to other sorts of artificially created mobs also built from souls, hence the Warden.
So you're saying that the Warden mob might be some sort of artificial construct made using soul sand?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, looking across all my past theories in this game, there's one common theme that keeps appearing: experiments with the creation of life. When you look at the design and story details of the various mobs throughout Minecraft, it all ties back to this recurring quest to become almost like God, with power over life and death. I've done major episodes looking into all this, but based on the evidence, the Illagers seem to have been booted out of the villager society because they were experimenting with creating life. The Iron Golems seem to be an early stepping stone of some ancient race trying to create sentient creatures. The Wither itself seems like it was a failed experiment to create life using soul sand, and the list goes on for lots of other mobs. And so the Warden being this combination of Skulk and souls feels like it would be a natural extension to all of this. It was created, it was built, but built for what? That's the question.
Well, it's probably related to what you mentioned before. The Wardens appear to be made of the same stuff as end
teacher
portal
dream.
blocks. I mean, I'd recognize that eerie shade of green anywhere. So if these Wardens were artificially constructed, it might have happened at around the same time that the end portals themselves were being built. Plus, look at their name. Remember that end portals are found in strongholds, a place fortified so as to protect it against attack. Now, consider the name Warden. These days, the most common use of the word warden is when talking about prison wardens, the supervisors who are placed in charge of keeping people in a secured structure. But the term warden actually has a much more general meaning too. A person charged with the care or supervision of persons, animals, or things. A keeper. Maybe they were built as guards to supervise or protect the end portals.
Huh, it's a pretty good observation. Not bad for a guy who once tweeted that you ate your cat's poop.
Well, I can't really defend myself there, can I?
But you're totally right. The names Stronghold and Warden, as well as the color palette and the design, heck, even the fact that both Wardens and Strongholds are found in the deepest layers of the overworld, all of it implies some sort of relationship. You know, my exploration in the lore of Minecraft started with the Enderman, and what I found in that first episode is what convinced me that there is
We still have to
actual
watch that
lore
entire
in this
series.
game. In that theory, I concluded that the Endermen are actually an ancient race of builders who, eons ago, created end portals inside of strongholds in an attempt to flee the overworld, only to discover too late that it was a one-way trip. The Endermen we see today are the descendants of those ancient builders, who, through a combination of evolution and a chorus fruit diet, have become almost unrecognizable, except for their ability to pick up and carry blocks and a few choice vocal lines. When creating that stronghold, it would have made sense for those builders to create some kind of guard to hold
across
down
the
fort.
entire
After
world
all, what good
as
is
we
a
forward.
stronghold if you have no one to protect it against invaders?
I think that's because they want to connect
Train,
that.
that's your line.
Also, only a
Somehow.
small percentage of people that
Well, it
watch my
makes
videos
sense.
are actually subscribed. So if you end up liking this video, consider subscribing. It's free, and you can always change your mind. Enjoy the video.
Not exactly what I was going for, but seamless save, buddy.
Thanks.
Anyway, I think all of this paints a pretty compelling picture. After creating the overworld villages and the iron golems, the ancient builders continued their pursuits. They experimented with all sorts of things, including experimenting with constructs made using souls. This kind of experimentation is what would eventually unleash the horror that is the Wither, but it's also what gave rise to their automaton buddy, the Warden, built with the same material that they were using when they constructed the end portal blocks, which served as the vehicle for their final escape away from the underworld. Perhaps Perhaps they left through those end portals expecting to return shortly after, leaving the Warden as a line of defense against anyone who might try to follow them, but they never returned. And the Wardens, believing that their masters had abandoned them, wandered away. They ventured deeper and deeper underground, finding a biome more suited to creatures that were created to exist in the dark, where they exist to this day, waiting for us to stumble across them. I mean, if that's actually what happened, it would explain a lot, like the Warden's name and why it seems to have multiple souls in its chest.
I really like
definitely
the
a
idea.
possibility. But I've been doing research, and it's also possible the Skulk somehow creeped and crawled until it came into contact with soul sand and found a way to harness the energy of those souls to naturally spawn the Warden. Sure, I mean, the idea of a plant-like growth somehow doing this seems a bit far-fetched, and it wouldn't really match with the Warden name, but it's definitely possible. According to developer Brandon Pierce, you could definitely argue that the Skulk in general is sentient. Happy face. It's weird that he says the Skulk is sentient in
Like
general.
alive.
Like, could
Like
all
it's
the
a-
Skulk we see be part of some sort of hive mind with the Wardens in charge, or representing what happens when it hits some soul sand? Or what about a different possibility? Maybe the Skulk attached itself to an Iron Golem. In the Iron Golem's base model, we see that they're covered with vine growth. What if vines weren't the only plant-like growth that decided to make an Iron Golem their home? Could the Skulk corrupt or somehow take over an Iron Golem?
It's not a bad thought. As confirmed on Twitter, the Skulk is bigger and more massive than the Golem, and it's even more powerful but still possessing the same long arms.
Yeah,
but again,
Wardens
it
are
doesn't
extremely
explain the
strong.
souls or the name or the connection back to the end
I
portal
really
boss,
like
which
the
is why my
idea,
money's on it being an
but
artificial
that the
creation by
Warden-
some
I
ancient
really like the
race.
idea that the
TLDR,
Warden
I'm just really excited to dive into
is
this
a
update once
guardian
it's
of
finally
the
out.
stronghold.
Definitely
You know
does
what I
seem
mean?
like Mojang has
Yeah,
been
but-
Getting to
more
Stronghold,
time
there
into
were
the lore
like
department
wardens, and you
recently.
had to
So
like
this isn't
actually
one of those
go
days where we
past
get to
them.
But
say that
I
we
also
solved
like a
the
dreams
mystery of the
theory.
Warden and the Skulk. It's something that we'll have to do together as a community, and that's part of why I wanted to start having this conversation now, because not only is it something that we all have to look forward to, but it's also something that I think we should keep in mind as we continue to explore other parts of the Minecraft lore.
Ooh, okay, this is the part where you say the thing, right?
You made it to the end of the video, which means that you liked it and should therefore subscribe.
No, the other thing, but hey, that's just a theory.
Wow, that was worse than your answers in the Mr. Beast tournament.
I still technically finished ahead of you, Galaxy Brain.
Only because you were voted back in.
Technicality.
Well, from one loser to a fellow loser, thanks for coming on. And you know what? It is indeed time to say, but hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. And good luck with those hunters over there.
Dream. Come here, Dream.
Oh, George.
are we on
George
Game
now found and snap.
I'm gonna have you do a pronunciation on that. I really like the idea of the Warden being a guardian for the stronghold. Like, could you imagine, like, when you get to the stronghold, it not just being like, okay, gotta make it past the skeletons and everything, but there's like a really strong enemy in
But
there.
there's also what Dream said the thing where that plant possessed the golem.
Yeah.
But now, in this case, not the golem, but the other kind of block.
Yeah.
I may believe that.
You think it's a golem? Do you
Maybe.
think that's a corrupted golem in a way?
Maybe, but not exactly a golem. The plant possessed
Yeah, exactly.
another kind of block. So,
Wait, you think the Warden just came from the plant then, right? Like
Yeah.
it definitely originated
Yeah,
from the
maybe.
plant. I think it would make sense because the Warden doesn't have eyes. It has to feel where you are. So it would make sense, in my opinion, that the Warden would just sort of like be built off of a mass that doesn't necessarily have like eyes.
yeah.
It's just darkness.
Yeah.
But it's sentient because it can tell where you are. Now
Yeah.
the real question is, why is it killing anyone that's nearby if it hears you? But that's just a theory, a game theory.
We have more videos for you.
Videos. If you guys would like to see more of us,
You can find some
around
videos.
and
Maybe
whatnot.
here, maybe here,
maybe over there. I don't understand what you're still doing here. Get out of here.
What are you
Go
waiting
watch
for?
another
Get
video.
out of here.
Bye.